I preferred though the Atletico Real Madrid one because then I know that Real Madrid are going to win. Liverpool versus Benfica is the one game. Liverpool 3-1 up. Could have been 10. Benfica, how they got the goal, absolutely killed me. I had Liverpool win to nil. I had Benfica not to score. And then under 10 defending hands Benfica a goal. Liverpool minus 350. Minus 1.5. I don't like that minus 1.5. Benfica plus 950. I don't like that neither. Draw at plus 500. Mina, I don't see 4 goals, and they've set this line at over 3.5 at minus 105. I can see this just being Liverpool going through the motions, just containing Benfica. Benfica are not an offensive animal at this level. So under 3.5 at minus 125 just looks like the way to go.
Yeah, that would probably be the only thing, unless you thought that that Benfica don't even manage a single goal, and then
plus 115.
Exactly. It's really all about what you think Benfica can manage at Anfield, and yeah, it's. I think Liverpool for me are the best team in Europe right now. I know that when you saw them against Manchester City, City was so much better. Well, that's a bit harsh to say, but certainly in the first half, City were better in that game. But when you think of Liverpool and all that they can bring to European competition and the squad depth that they have and their ability to adapt to the moments of the game, which I'm not yet sure City can do, that's where I think that Liverpool, for me, are by far the favourites to win this trophy. But they do, and they are very clever at managing the moment. So if they don't need to exert a lot of energy, then I think that they will manage that. I honestly feel like with Benfica right now, I don't even think they'll try. They're so far behind. So they might get a goal for reasons of pride, but I am looking at the under 3.5 goal for me as well. That's probably where I would look at. But this is a game I actually stayed away from. Adel Taarabt was really good over the weekend. So if he is to play, there could be something in that. But I just think of Liverpool and all the players that they have, and I just think it's almost impossible to defeat this team.
Wow. There's a name from the past. I remember seeing him. Spurs reserves. And I was told to go there and come back and give. Everyone had an opinion at Leicester. Everyone had an opinion. And they said to me, just go and watch, come back, and we'll talk about it. If anyone was going to frustrate any of his teammates, it was going to be him. And he dropped down, went to Queen's Park Rangers, and became an absolute star at a lower level where he was the kingpin.
I had a season ticket that year when he got us promoted.
Sorry, mate?
I had a season ticket at QPR the year he got us promoted, and it was quite
unbelievable.
Simply the most unbelievably talented player I've ever seen live. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous. But you couldn't have him in a team framework. You needed a ball for him, and you needed a ball for all his teammates. You had to have a manager as well that could manage him, because otherwise, again, it drive you completely bonkers. Coco the Clown, I used to call him, because all the tricks like Tommy Cooper. Okay. Okay, so Mark O'Hare, Liverpool and Benfica, I see this being under 3.5. Do we expect loads of wholesale changes? So Luis comes in, class players are going to come in, by the way. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Minamino, Luis. But Liverpool just cruise and win 2-0 or 1-1 draw. But come on now, we don't see 4 goals when Liverpool play Man City again at Wembley at the weekend.
Yeah, I've left the goal line alone. Liverpool are going to make changes, there's no doubt about that. And I think the first leg was quite interesting because Liverpool could have been out of sight before half-time. You could really see the quality gulf between the two teams. And, very disappointing from a Benfica perspective to concede the first goal from a set piece. But I thought they responded really well in the second half. Maybe that was Liverpool sort of downing tools and had a bit of complacency with Man City in mind. But Benfica came back into the game pretty well. It was only really in the last sort of 15 minutes that things got away from them. And I think that was just tiredness. And we've talked before about Liverpool's squad and being able to make 5 changes. It really does make a difference when they kind of need to sort of reassert themselves a little bit. But I thought Benfica rallied pretty well. Darwin Núñez gave Konate a really horrible and torrid evening. So, that's no sort of slight on Konate. Darwin Núñez can do that to most defenders. So, yeah, I'd be a little bit more positive about them than you guys probably, just because, I don't want to be disparaging or disrespectful to them, but particularly for a club who had such an illustrious history. But this is quite a historic game for them in the modern age now. They've got nothing left to play for really domestically. This is a big game for a lot of players who really want to sort of make an impression. And Darwin Núñez would be definitely one of those. He's being tracked and watched by a lot of top clubs, and this is his final opportunity now in Europe to sort of prove himself against top level teams. So I'd be surprised and disappointed if they chucked the towel in and didn't perform here. But ultimately, Liverpool's squad, they're still able to sort of rest and rotate players in and out, and they'll still be as good as ever really at Anfield, and they won't expect to lose. I know things went against them against Inter and in the last round when we probably expect them to finish the job off. But yes, Benfica aren't going through, and Benfica aren't going to win the game. But I do expect them to be a bit better than probably the market suggests.
You know
here.
what? A great point about at the final of the first leg, and you saw Liverpool get really sloppy, and that's when Benfica grew in the game. So I wonder if they feel like if they really start this game on a great, with great tempo and trying to seek something, where the Liverpool will be like, okay, we'll let you, let's see what you can do. It's just about whether or not Liverpool gets sloppy, because if they do, they can concede a lot of goals. I mean, not enough for them to lose this match, I don't think. But it would be interesting to see. I don't know if they can keep a clean sheet.
I want to see the back four really, because it's not going to be Van Dijk and Matip at centre half. He's going to he's going to replace one of them, if not both of them. So if Van Dijk plays, I think it's it's going to be difficult. But if he does score and kind of get rested here, but the bet I was looking at, and it's not going to be an official play, I'm not going to put it up for sure, but Luis Diaz is plus 130 to score at any time, and I thought that was a bit too big. He's a lot bigger than any of his counterparts. He's pretty much guaranteed to start here. Was on the bench at the weekend. He's got the sort of the history of playing Benfica with Porto and having some good success there, and scored in the first leg as well. So I think he'll be keen to sort of make an impression here. And I think the plus money on that, when you compare it to some of his rivals up front for Liverpool, I think is decent value. Liverpool are in for about 3.5 goals in this match, as the market suggests. So the market is expecting a sort of 3-4-0 home win, and I don't think it's going to be that comfortable or cushy. But I think Diaz is a decent price to score.
Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if it was 0-0, but again, I'm not going anywhere near it. I'm just going that there's not 4 goals. Listen to these players that could come in for Liverpool: Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Firmino, Milner, Jones, Diaz. But before I go anywhere near, Gomez. It's like I can see maybe 6 or 7 changes in here, and it's not, and it's still, I would say, would match up with Benfica. I just don't see any value here other than no 4 goals. None. It's just Liverpool making sure they're 2-0 up. They're 2-0 up with 90 minutes to play. Just make sure you give no encouragement to the away side. Liverpool might win this 1-0, 2-0, but I just do not want, and even if it's 2-1, 1-1, I just do not see 4 goals. Okay, let's go with the official picks, because this game for me is just dead. It's under 3.5 at minus 120. Why would you not? I mean, Marco, here, you want to add one?
Yeah, I'll put Luis Diaz up to score, plus 130.
Plus 130, yeah. Okay, and Mina?
Same as you.
Yeah, none of us see 4. Does anyone in the chat know? Everyone's gone under 3.5. Even Liverpool to win an under 4.5, which is obviously ultra conservative. Now, if you've got any questions that you want to ask, make sure it's Champions League related. If it's Europa League, sit on it for 24 hours, because myself and Roman and Alex will be doing Europa League tomorrow. But while you decide what questions you want to ask, then I'll remind you and ask you to subscribe if you're first and you are enjoying the show. Please put your thumbs up, but subscribe and get us closer to 5,000 subscribers for the Bet US Soccer channel. We are absolutely flying. We are the #1 subscribed Bet US sporting channel, and we hope that grows and grows and grows, because remember, it's a World Cup year as well. Ring the bell. Ring the bell means we'll notify you and you'll never miss any content again. And if you are on social media, you are on Twitter, then make sure you follow at BetUS Soccer. And because if there's any late changes from Mark O'Hare, from Mina, from myself, or from any of the soccer shows or any of the experts, it will go on there. And remember, you might have seen Mark Stinchcombe. He put one on there on Sunday, and it was the under 6 corners, plus 1,200. Yes, there was 5. Okay, so yeah, it was great, and it's got us in the Premier League record into positive territory, which we love. Okay, let's have a quick look. Bundesliga on point. I'm with Mark on the Luis de Foxy likes that bet. Flash with Bundesliga. No questions. No questions. Okay, enjoy the next 2 days. They're going to be great. I fancy there's going to be some upsets. But the one thing's for sure, from myself, from Mina, and from Mark, it's going to be unbelievable quality. You take care. Well, bye. I haven't even give you the winners. There you go. Mark's added there. Mina's added. Villarreal a plus 120 for me, and that means they can lose the game. Mark, what was the two that you added on there?
Yeah, so I've got Atletico game, Atletico to have over 2.5 cards at minus 140. In the same match, I've got under 1 first half goal at minus 130, and the other one was Luis Diaz to score at plus 130.
Okay, and Mina, you like my under 3.5 goals in the Liverpool game?
Yeah, and the two from Mark for the cards and under in the first half.
Okay, so from everyone at BetUS, from everyone in the chat, make sure we see you tomorrow for the Europa League. As I say, we've got 4 more cracking ties. But first of all, let's concentrate on the Champions League. And will Chelsea be victorious? They can be victorious and still not go through. So from Mina, from Mark, and from myself, and everyone at BetUS.com, you take care.